Drillers on the ends and the walk with poles.
It's the FLA, V to the A, old school MC, watch me blow them away. When I touch rhythm, I just don't play, so pass me the mic and come watch me spray. Killing MCs like me, yo, I'm sure I got the right guard, I leave them more scarred. When it comes to barring, I could never get this barred. I'm grilling MCs, I leave them more charred. Raw, flavor still on the scene, polish them flows just like Mr. Sheen. Don't need a mask to kill a night screen, and my shots don't miss like infrared beam. I got the flavor, I'll give you a sprinkle. I'm a black star, watch me twinkle, twinkle.
Multi.
Swagged out.
What are you saying? Are you overcompensating for something smaller? FIFA, bro. Actually, look the other day, I played nearly 1,000 games on FIFA, and I thought, yo, lockdown's been disgusting for me, bro. I just thought I could have learned how to fucking speak a new language in that time, bro. I said, bro, I haven't done no gym work or nothing, man. I says, yeah, bad. Mad, innit? Crazy, bro. We'll see. Is it not, bro? How's your back, B? Good.
When I said it on fucking Wednesday, Friday fuck that. We went to a couple of years back, innit? And there's a bar called a Click Bar. And you walk in there and it's
Mashallah. So what's the birthday boy? Watch him. He's Star Boy.
I'm washed up, brother.
Star Boy.
I'm washed up.
How old are you? What, 20 what?
29, bro.
Fuck, no, you're not. How old do you care about? What, 22, bro? 24, you know. Oi, Captain. Oi, he said he's 24. He said he's 24 and washed up, bro.
Who said that?
Speak to you about the man behind you. Star Boy.
24 and washed up.
Speak to him, bro. Slap him. Your man next to you, look.
You're 24, man. I'm done, brother. These things. Get changed. Get changed by the picture.
What, COVID, bro? But man can go gym.
Makes no sense.
Dominate, broski.
11.
Who am my man?
He's elite.
Oh, wait, what you say? Michael B. Jordan or Dayan? Oh, look at you. Oh, I'd be afraid to be my gal around Trizzy. Watch him. Man, come football looking smooth like that. Imagine what it's like in the dance. What? Oh, bro, we got slapped back from when we lost Van Dijk. You got my boots?
Put it on your knee, bro.
J's on my feet, but I've never been a baller.
Watch him. I've got bars. Watch him.
See that pass there?
Say again, bro. I've zoomed in on him, that's what I'm saying. Oi, boys, 2 lines then, yeah?
Bang, bang.
Oh, we know the levels now, boys.
Let's get it on then.
Same, bro. Huh?
Well, Fambo. You good? Yeah. Man, that's a respect for all this. You good? Yeah, man, as well as, boy. Catch you after the 90.
So 2-9 goal. Back 3, Cad, Drew goes centre, Cad on the left, and on the right, Marty's on the right.
So 2 of us on the right. Now you're on the left.
You're on the left, Cad.
5 across the middle and 3.
Oh, come on, lads.
You'll do that defensive role there in front of them, yeah? Fitz in front of you, and then obviously KP and Fitz, but KP wants to sort of playing a 10. On the left, Hickman. On the right, sorry, on the left, Callow. On the right, Hickman. Up top, JJ and Trey.
Yes, people, welcome back to Birmingham Elite FC TV. Now, this week sees us playing our second fixture against Cradley Power FC. Now, if the first fixture was anything to go by, there should be goals definitely in this game, but we know we can't take them lightly. They have got a few new boys that are turned out, like the man Carlos, who's just on the ball there. So let's get into it. Free kick picked up early for Power, about 25 yards out from our goal. Shaq takes it over the bar. Goal kick to the elite boys. Now from that goal kick, we got Long over the top. It's helped on. Hickers has got time to take it towards goal. Goes for a quick snapshot. Miles over the bar. And as we go back up the other end, it's a corner to Power. They throw it in the box. Headed by the big man up front, but it's scooped up by our keeper. You got the boy Drew Ricketts, who plays a lovely ball over the top over to Hickers, who's got plenty of time. We genuinely think Hickers is going to bag this here. Good defending. Keeper gets a save away. Still 0-0. The elite boys still applying pressure on that right-hand side. KP with the ball out of his feet. Whips it into Bertz. And if Bertz did come gym with me, he wouldn't have caved your chest in. He probably would have got a shot away. Cleared by Power in the end though. It's again by the General, who sends another one high. Power has stopped because they want the offside flag to go up. The referee says play on though. But that pass from Hickers into Trey Bertie slots it in the back of the onion bag. But referee does blow up for offside eventually. Still 0-0. Now you got Power trying to work an angle on that right hand side. But Sheldon Cafu clears it up into the feet of our keeper, who sends a daisy cutter across the floor. And like I said, you got that danger man in midfield for Power, Carlos. Great through ball. And he goes and puts it in the top bins. 1-0 to Power. Now, one silly mistake. The boys have gone 1-0 behind. Can we pull it back though? Show a bit of character. Throwing on this left-hand side to Power. They're trying to work up the line. Retrieved by the boy Moulton though. Sends a long one over the top. It's flicked on by JJ. But again, trying to force it a bit too much, lads. Now you got Power trying to work another angle on that right-hand side again. In all fairness and credit where it's due, they were playing some decent, intricate football at this point in the game. Trying to work another angle to get a shot away, but it does go wide. You got Cad, plays the ball into the feet of Hickers. He's got time and space on that right-hand side. He does come away with it though. A bit of that FIFA jam on it. Plays into the feet of Bertz. Defender doesn't quite clear it, so Bertz tries to get a shot away. Now from that rebound, Bertz, this touch is naughty, bro. Different gravy. Whips one across the box. The boys ain't on the same wavelength. Callow tries to keep it in, but he goes out for a throw-in eventually. Now that's good defensive work by Sheldon Cafu, but a bit of a loose pass was picked up by Carlos. Drew Ricketts takes the ball, the man, the kitchen sink, everything. Set long by Sheldon Cafu. Defender tries to get something on it. I believe that's AZ that gets a clearance on it. Left back doesn't quite make it with that header. You got Bits, who's waiting for options. He's looking for a runner. Sends it down the channel to JJ, who does put the doggies in, chases after it, and the defender clears it out for a throw-in. Now we got a corner back down the other end, swung in by Hickers. Decent header by Al Capitano, JJ, but then number one scoops it up. Now the action has been end to end at this point. I will say that's a decent ping by Shaq out to the right hand side. The right midfielder's got time to whip one in, but that's decent defending there by the boy Callow, who's doing us a job at left wing back today. Now from that corner, it's whipped in. You got the General who gets the first header on it. Shaq tries to whip it back into the danger area, but it goes over the bar for a goal kick. Now it's more of that doggy work for both sides. Hickers thinks he's got away. but the left back does retrieve the ball. He whips one up the line, but again, there's more pressure being applied by the elite boys. Back into the mixer. KP competing. Moulton puts his foot in. Foul on Carlos. Free kick. Now it's a loose ball by the power into that midfield. Retrieved by KP, who drops the shoulder. He tries to whip one in. It's a good retrieval by the midfield player. Gets out to cover it, smother it, and it goes out for a throw-in. Now again, it's more doggy work from both teams in that midfield. Nobody's really got any time on the ball. Ball played into Callow. Tries to get out of his feet. Drags his shot wide. Keeper's got it covered all day. And that's a decent ping again from Shaq. Tries to play through their big man. But Sheldon Cafu gets dragged back. Referee blows up for a free kick to the elite boys. Now the next little segment, the boys were a bit complacent trying to play the ball out from the back, and they do get caught by Power, who do apply that pressure again. You got that danger man who I keep calling his name out, Carlos. Doesn't give us any time on the ball. Back to their big man up top again. Cad needs to put a bit more pressure on Shaq, playing on the left hand side. Skips around Fitz, and the angle, in all fairness, he nearly puts one in the top bins. Now Power are dictating the game at this point, I must say. Back to their keeper with a bit of a loose pass where Moulton could slot it in the back of the onion bag, but it goes wide. Now a short goal kick, retrieved by Hickers on that right hand side, who's putting in more doggy work. You got Trey Bertie into the feet of Moulton, who tries to make up for that shot he missed a moment ago, hashes at it, and it flies straight over the bar. Now we got Mr. Ricketts with a long throw-in, helped on by Moulton and cleared off the line. The boys are trying to get back into the game though. And I did enjoy this battle, in all fairness, with their big man up front and our general Drew at the back. Referee blows up for a free kick to the elite boys in the end. Now as we fast forward, you got another free kick on the edge of the box to Power. It's dinked in, cleared by Cad, and he gets one to the face. The referee blows up for a foul to the elite boys. Now you got KP on the ball, plays into Fitz in midfield, but their big man does get a nick on it. Loose ball picked up in the midfield once again by Shaq. Their big man follows the run, and in all fairness, referee could have given a penalty there, but he says they're two big strong players, they're coming together, so nothing given in the end. One long ball played through to Trey Bertie, who could slide Hickers in, but their number 4 doing a job at the back for them, just clears it up in the end. Now you got Mr. Bits, plays the ball through to Callow, their keeper doing a monk impression at a mean machine, but Callow couldn't finish his dinner. Cleared by Power, and it goes out for a throw into the elite boys. Now a couple minutes before the end of the half, the boys are starting to win their first and second battles, and it's helped on into the path of El Capitano, who I can tell you personally, from marking JJ for many years when I used to play, you can't give him this time on the ball, because it's definitely going in the back of the onion bag. The boys get themselves back into the game, 1-1.
Go on! Oi! No time for celebration! Get the win!
Now we're probably literally a minute away from the referee blowing up for half time. Power do go up the other end and they come close for another header, but it's scooped up by our keeper. Now a well contested game by both teams in the first half. Referee blows up for half time.
It's a big 45 now, lads, man.
One thing for lads.
Oi, listen, just listen.
It's the last couple of weeks, and this might be so small and minute, but I notice these things, yeah. Listen up, Trace. You see when we all see even the half-time team huddle, they're getting wider and wider and wider and wider. And I want to say it's like, man, are disinterested. I'm not pointing fingers out. We need to get them more collective now, yeah. We had our backs against the wall for the first 20 minutes, and you know what? They fucking deserved it, boys. They're not a shit team. We need to get out of our heads, you know. That the teams that we're going to turn up against, we're going to roll week in and week out. No, and this is what I'm saying. So like, the high's gone a long time ago, boys. Let's get back to basics here. What we've just done down there with 1 or 2 passes around there, yeah. And one thing I will say, you see the football in the middle. If it's not going to work here, if it's not gonna, we want it to work, but if it's not going to work, then we hit the channels. And what we can't have, lads, is 5 man running, and when it breaks down, we've got a massive gap in the middle. Yeah? Alright, lads, let's keep it positive though, man. I don't want the negative boys, we can't have people in, man.
All I'm saying is we can't hit an area, so I can chase onto it, fucking chase it right down into the flag.
long ball team, so
That's what I'm saying.
And do you know what that boils down to? Lads, do you know what that boils down to, honestly? You know why? Because we're in our own heads. We had a couple of shit results, yeah? But football-wise, lads, we still can play football, man. We're still a fucking decent team. We don't turn shit overnight, you know, boys. Am I lying? Come on, man, let's trust each other, man. I think it's more, man.
Team to beat, lads.
Come on.
When we play with confidence, we believe, but you know when we've got no confidence,
Lads, we keep it going, man. Like, let's go some on the sides of the pitch, boys. Yeah? Let's get it back, man, please, yeah? Now with that half-time team talk done and dusted, told the boys we need a bit more heart and a bit more character, get into the game a little bit more. Now free kick taken by their keeper, it doesn't get any further than our left back. Now you got the danger man Carlos, who hasn't got time to turn on it this time. Moulton retrieves it. Plays a decent ball into Bertz, who drops the afterburners on. And I must say, Trey Bertie, what a finish. Cool, calm and composed, just slightly past the keeper. He hasn't even got time to plant his feet and goes and makes it 2-1 to the elite boys. Now, we couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half from the boys. Only question is can we keep it up? Al Capitano trying to put their defender under some pressure, but he does manage to clear it. It doesn't get any further than the halfway line. Ball helped on by Cad into the channel. Moulton goes and chases a dead ball and gets something out of it. Whips it into the box. Bertz can't get on the end of it, and it's a decent clearance by their defence in the end. Now Power out on the counter-attack. Decent little play there in the midfield. Out to their right back. Bitch tries to come over, but Callow doing the doggies once again. Sheldon Cafu into the space. Flicked on by the midfielder. Everybody stops, but Moulton and their goalkeeper. And like I said, man, their goalkeeper's doing his impression of the monk again out of Mean Machine. You gotta rate it. Gets the ball in the end. Throw into the elite boys. Now KP after that throw-in, drags his shot well wide. Now, like I said about that battle with Drew and their big man up front, man, I was enjoying it in all fairness. There was a nice little tussle back and forth. You got Drew trying to run it out of the box. Decent pressure by Carlos on their big man again, but Drew's not happy with it. Goes and puts the work in. And there's a little bit of afters here by the lads. But it's part and parcel of football. You gotta love it. A couple of subs for either side. I believe that's Dalla that's come on for Power, and we've brought on Dayon to do us a job in that midfield. Hickers has come off, and we've just reshaped the back line a little bit. Now that's decent hold-up play by the boy Trey Bertie into the feet of Al Capitano. KP's got time on that right-hand side. The boys are trying to work something, but Power's backline is really decent and sharp, to be fair. JJ and their defender get into a little bit of a mix-up. Referee blows up for a foul. Now back down the other end, Power are applying a bit more of that pressure. The boys can't clear their lines though. They've got time to turn out in the edge of the box. Try to get a shot away. Scooped up by our goalkeeper in the end though. Now it was more of that battling from both teams. They are trying to mix it. Got Sheldon Cafu holding it up. You got the boy Dayon that's doing the doggies in midfield once again. Into the feet of Moulton, who could play it up the line, but the Power boys get a foot on it. A bit of a nothing ball from the midfielder, but Callow hashes at it. Sheldon Cafu misreads the flight of the ball in the air, and now he's chasing Daz. And in all fairness, Daz goes and says pick one out the back of the onion bag. 2-2. Power back into the game. you got Cad trying to clear his lines. Trey Bertie gets caught underneath the ball. Sheldon Caffey once again trying to make up for that mistake he made a moment ago against Daz. Nearly gives away the same one. Now, Caffey's more experienced and he's the first one to say, in all fairness, when he has made a mistake, he puts his hand up. Just need to get out your head though, Martins. Bits, who plays the ball into Martins, and Power putting him under pressure. Decide to make a quick change. AJ on for Martins. The boys do a bit of a reshape once again, and we keep it moving. Ball over the top, and I told you about their keeper doing his impression of the monk. Moulton tries to slide one through, but he gets there just in the end. JJ trying to pick up the scraps and the afters, but he's all over it. Now the boy Moulton is on the ball once again. He has put a shift in and he's starting to blow a little bit. Tries to get a shot away. Was scooped up by their keeper once again. Now it's one long ball over the top and our backline seems to be getting caught out. Too much gap between our backline and our midfield. And in all fairness to our keeper, he keeps us in the game. Callow into the feet of Akani. But again, they've won the ball back a bit too easy for us. And Power have got the upper hand at this moment in time. Whipped in by Daz. And again, could have gone anywhere. Starboy KP, who's been quiet today. He whips a ball into Bertz, who hasn't got any time to turn on it. But in all fairness, he plays it into KP once again, who manages to dig a cross out. And Al Capitano gets underneath the header and it goes just over the bar. Still 2-2. Trey Bertie goes and wins us a foul on the edge of their box. TP's not happy about it. Now we have made another substitution. Keonan brought into that midfield to try and shore it up a little bit because we have been a bit despondent. Now the boys are over the free kick. I believe it's Cad. Yeah, the least I say about that free kick, Cad, the better. Now back down the other end. Corner taken by Power. The boys manage to clear it and it does end up with Dollar. He manages to work a bit of space on the edge of the box. Gets a shot away, but it's dragged in the end. Hits the side netting. Now you got the boy Key into the feet of Callow. His feet, like we've mentioned about Callow's feet before, naughty. Then a little dink there by KP. Sees a run of Callow. Now if that goes in, it changes the game. Now number 15 for Power, dinks one into the box. Scrappy, could go anywhere, and the boys can't clear their lines. Now I'm not too sure what happened. I think it was a break in play due to an injury. So the referee gives us a drop ball. Keeper can't clear it past the halfway line. Retrieved by Power once again. I'm trying to tell Callow that he needs to cover him around the back because Daz is the danger man. Now as I say that, he's flicked on and Daz goes and grabs his second of the game. Power have turned the game up on his head. 3-2 to... Now for those that know me, know that I give a fair shake of both teams. And I can say, from my own personal point of view, from whence Power got the equaliser, the boys dropped their heads and our attitude and our commitment to the game wasn't the same. So Power going 3-2 up, it just boils down to our lack of communication with each other and also the boys just not being on song. But nonetheless, we still got jobs to do. And as we go down the other end, Power putting on more pressure. Keeper keeps us in the game once again. And just looks like we got no option. You got the boy Keon, who plays it into the feet of Brad, who gets his head up. KP can't stay on side, and they blow up for offside. You can just see in the boys' body language, man. We're not at the races today, lads. Not something I'm used to with the elite boys, in all fairness. Now, Power are picking up all the first and second balls. They seem to be getting their foot to every tackle as well, first of all. Now, as I do say that, commentators curse, they go and give it away. But nonetheless, the standards from ourselves isn't good enough, and we're definitely not happy on the sidelines. Now, Al Capitano tries to swing a long one into the box. Again, it's just bouncing around on the edge of the box. The boys can't get a shot away. And a long clearance eventually by the Power centre half. The boys have done exactly what they've done against Ballers the week previous. We left ourselves exposed at the back. Brad's treading water. And they've got to make it 4-2. Now, credit where it's due to Power. They put us to the sword. They saw that was under pressure and was definitely struggling. And they went and took advantage. 4-2 to Power. As we're literally rolling into the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, the ball has been with Power in all fairness. We haven't had a sniff realistically. JJ mixing it, gives away a free kick on the edge of the box. Free kick to Power. Now as Power step up for the free kick, it's dragged well wide, never on target. Then you got the boy Dayan, he's trying to come out of midfield with it, but he just shows Power want it a bit more than us, lads, sorry to say. But you know me, I don't mince my words. Now we are literally into the last, say, 10 seconds of the game. You probably just hear ourselves in the background, me, myself and TP, that's the coach of Power, just having a little conversation. And on that note, referee blows up. And that's a well-deserved 3 points and a 4-2 victory for Power. Credit where it's due. Shout out to Innis and shout out to TP that are putting in some great work down there at Cradley Power FC. We'll catch you on the rebound next season, boys. All the best.
Mac, great temperament.
I'll tell you what that was, lads. I'll tell you what that was, yeah. Mentality, lads. It's mentality. But you know what, though?
They equalised, and our heads dropped. Our heads dropped when they equalised. Like, we're still in it.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. But you know what, though, Jay? For the last 2-3 games, it's been like that, man.
Been right.
Yeah.
Something ain't been right. Been watching it, ain't been right. Negativity as well.
Yeah. We need to learn from this harsh lesson again.
I know you work your socks off, you work your socks off, you work your socks off. And I say this about Keown as well, it's from man's second week out of his book. It comes every fucking week, you know, boys. Whether he's playing or not, and he's got the right attitude. So if man can't respect man like Keown, bro, seriously, yeah? Then none of you should be on the fucking pitch, boys. Now, respect people, myself, Big Fazza, on behalf of Birmingham Elite FC, log on, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bless up.